Hello everyone, welcome back to Zero Escape 999. We're starting right off into the hospital room, so let's go. Still alive. He felt sorry for the ninth man, but more than anything, Junpei was just happy to be alive. Don't be confused. I know this is the ninth, this is where 9 died, but it should go back to the hospital room. There it is. Okay, here we go. Now we have to choose the teams to go through the doors. She walked back and forth across the floor, her heels clicking against the wood. 3, 7, and 8. And finally she stopped.
Why don't we decide on one person to sacrifice? Well, perhaps that's a bit of a harsh word, but yes. You've all figured it out by now, haven't you?
Okay, I listened to your theory, okay, Lotus? I gave you a chance. Now I'm gonna have to skip you. Leaving behind 3 people with 2 teams of 4 and 3. Now, do we agree with Lotus's plan or not? As Shakespeare said, to be or not to be, that is the question, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go with she was right. It wasn't pleasant, but she was right. There wasn't any way that the numbers worked out. If one group was 4, the other group would always have a digital route that didn't match a door. When 7 spoke, his voice was strained.
Then, you're saying we gotta decide who's gonna stay behind.
Even if you say the other option, Ace volunteers, right? So I just decided to choose something else.
Yes, we do. Given our circumstances, it's logically and morally the best solution. If the other 6 are to survive, then one person has to sacrifice themselves.
No, that...
What's so cruel about it?
To just sacrifice someone like that?
Let's see if Ace will still volunteer himself.
Then what's your plan?
Clover had moved away from the group and was sitting on one of the beds. Nothing really has changed. Everything so far is going the same as last time. Her whole body drooped. Junpei didn't know if she'd even heard Lotus' proposal.
Hey, Clover.
Here we go. The devil's advocate. Lotus walked over to Clover and gently laid a hand on her shoulder.
Your brother has to be behind one of the numbered doors. We've searched everywhere, but we didn't find him. Doesn't that mean he has to have gone through one of them somehow?
Clover slowly lifted her face.
Let's go look for him together, okay? If we sacrifice one person, then we can go look for him. You agree with me, right?
Okay.
Clover nodded.
The motion carries.
That's exactly what a demon would say, bro. That's what the devil would say. Oh, so he did. He still volunteers himself.
I'll take 7. I can't get along with that old lady.
What? What did you just say?
Yeah, her face distorted by rage. Lotus took a step forward towards 7. He threw up his hands and made a face like a child caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
Who, me? I didn't say nothing.
I can't skip that.
Next time.
I can't skip that. That's too funny. She shot him a glare that would have melted steel, then turned and stalked off. See, we chose door 7 last time. If I chose door 3, I wonder what would happen. We would see Snake's body, right? So I think I'm gonna leave door 3 for like the very last, honestly. Let's do door 8.
I think I'm gonna go with door 8. Okay, 8 it is. Yeah. All right then. That means June's got to go through 7.
What? Why?
What?
Because we have to split up, I'm sorry. Santa grimaced and muttered angrily to himself, but finally began to explain.
The 6 of us are gonna keep going without leaving anyone behind? There are only 3 ways we can do it.
Plan A.
Have 3, 5, and 8 go through 7, and 4, 6, and 7 go through 8.
Plan B.
4, 5, and 7 go through 7, and 3, 6, and 8 go through 8.
So we did that. We did plan B. Clover, me, and 7. We went through door 7 last time. So if I go with Lotus on the 7th door, but we're not doing plan A because Lotus is being such a stingy person. So
4,
plan C.
3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8.
That's what we're doing right now.
There are no other combinations. In other words, 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 can never go through the same doors. You get it now?
Yes. Thank you, Santa. For a long moment, they stood in front of the door. Then Lotus laid her hand against her chest and then turned to Junpei and Clover.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then shall we go?
So we only have Lotus as the new person. And new puzzles. What is behind door 8? I wonder.
It's open.
A narrow hallway stretched out before them.
Okay.
Hurry!
Go, go, go. Lotus and Clover leapt through the door. The moment they did, their bracelets beeped. The detonators in the bracelets had been activated. Junpei stepped forward to follow them. But as he was about to step over the threshold, he stopped. He looked to his left, towards door 7. June stood there, a mirror image of Junpei. She turned and looked towards him. Their eyes met.
June.
Jumpy.
They nodded. Their farewell took almost 1.5 seconds.
What the hell are you doing?
Can't I have my 1.5 seconds, Lotus? Like, chill. Then someone took hold of Junpei's arms and hauled him bodily through the door. Hauled? He heard the sound of the numbered door slam shut behind him. Okay, I'm ready for the puzzle. His bracelet gave a cold electronic beep.
81 seconds left. Hurry!
Come on, Lotus snapped at him and ran to the dead. Junpei and Clover followed her as fast as they could. With a shaking hand, she wiped a few beads of sweat from her forehead. Clover, however, was calm, aloof perhaps.
Pointless.
She muttered to herself without emotion and began to walk down the hallway, leaving behind a confused Junpei and Lotus. Lotus watched the girls receding back with a mix of frustration and curiosity.
What an unpleasant girl.
Pointless? You want to stay here and die?
I bet she's not very popular with the boys.
Her sarcasm seemed a little more biting than was, perhaps, necessary. But she sighed and started after the younger girl.
Maybe pairing these two together was a mistake.
Yes.
Too late now. I better catch up to them.
That is true, Junpei. And you're literally throwing yourself in that pair. Oof, so scary. After taking a moment to catch his breath, Junpei followed. Come on. Can't these people get
It's
along?
a dead end.
The hallway made a number of turns before at last coming to a dead end.
There's a door on the left, though.
For a few minutes, they stood in front of the door, examining it. Lab. The laboratory.
A laboratory?
Oh, that doesn't sound very pleasant. I don't like the look of this place.
Me either. But there aren't any other doors. It's not like we have a lot of choices.
Junpei,
Huh?
please, you first.
Junpei suspected her politeness was motivated by something other than respect.
Fine.
Maybe a trap, right? If there was a trap, I would die and she would live. Funny. Very funny. Junpei muttered to himself and pushed open the iron door. That woman is like a fox. She's a fox. His first steps inside were tentative and careful, but as he examined the room, it became clear that there was no imminent danger. Lotus followed him in, and Clover brought up the rear. The room they found themselves in was divided into two separate areas by a curved wall. A thick glass window built into that wall made it possible to see into the other side of the division. Looking at this setting reminds me of Resident Evil.
You know, I think the window looks into another room.
Maybe it's for monitoring something.
Junpei walked to the window and looked through.
What the hell?
He wasn't sure what else to say. Whoa. In the center of a room shaped like a quarter circle, a mannequin lay on what looked like a medical exam table.
It looks so creepy.
And they're both, like mannequins. There was a mannequin in the other one, and there's a mannequin here too.
It's kind of like that doll is waiting for surgery.
This is a laboratory, right? I'd say it's more like it's waiting to be experimented on.
Ooh,
It's creepy either way. You don't think that thing's gonna suddenly sit up or something, do you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, look at all those cables sticking out of it.
I hope not, actually.
If we press the wrong button, I don't know.
Stop it. Just thinking about it is terrifying.
Kick that robot's ass. If you see the robot like stand up, kick its ass. She was gripping her arms, the knuckles on her hands white.
Wait, where's Clover?
She was still standing near the entrance of the room. Her face had the appearance of calm, but it was drawn and somehow sad.
What is she?
There was something almost pitiful about her. Almost. Junpei walked over to her and, as kindly as he could, spoke.
Are you okay?
Clover looked away.
What are you talking about?
What? I'm just worried about you. You've been real quiet.
What? I can't be quiet if I want to?
Oh my gosh. The amount of disrespect Junpei is getting right now.
Well, I mean, of course you can. I just...
Okay then. If I can be quiet if I want, just leave me alone, okay?
Okay.
Come on, you know I can't do that. We gotta work together.
Clover bit her lip, was silent for a moment.
You just don't get it!
Her cry took Junpei by surprise. And me, honestly. I was waiting for that text to load. And he stumbled backwards a few steps, alarmed.
My brother's not the kind of person who'd just leave me behind! Something happened to him! Something bad.
Yeah.
This whole ship is bad. Come on. Junpei had nothing to say. Lotus, jolted from her mannequin's nightmares by Clover's voice, turned towards them.
What happened?
Clover's eyes slid to Lotus, then back to Junpei.
Look, just don't bother me, okay? Leave me alone.
Finished, she turned around. Before Junpei or Lotus could say anything, Clover had began to walk quickly away.
Hey, wait, Clover! Hold on! That way is...
I told you to leave me alone!
He might as well have been talking to a wall, for all the notice she took of his cries. Not even slowing down, she made for a doorway cut in the wall in front of her. Without even slowing down, she passed through the doorway.
Clover, watch out above you!
Good. Get sealed in there. And without warning, an iron gate fell from the ceiling like a portcullis, and sealing Clover in.
What the heck? What's going on here?
Clover grabbed hold of the iron bars and shook them as hard as she could.
Hang on. I'll get it open.
Oh, for crying out. You'll never do it on your own.
Junpei grabbed the bars and pulled. In a moment, Lotus joined him. The three of them pulled as hard as they could, but...
Damn it! It's not moving.
Wait! Are you gonna give up? Just like that?
Well, I'm gonna give up just the way you gave up, right?
No, I'm not giving up. This has got to be another one of Zero's puzzles.
If it is, then there's gotta be a way to open it.
Junpei nodded.
Just what I was thinking. Now all we gotta do is find it. Lotus and I can look around out here. Clover, you're gonna have to see if you can find anything in there.
Oh, yes, I'm on it.
Oh, yes, finally. Let's get this puzzle going. My fingers are itching. Come on. Seek a way out. Okay, so this lab is kind of big, but my first goal is to explore the outside, then we'll move into that circle. Let's get going. Can I rotate? I can't rotate? Oh, there you go. What's that? Ethanol. Nice. Nothing here. A whole bunch of steel lockers. The 9 on the right all have red lights. Well, can't hurt to give these babies a try. Locked. I wonder if there's anything important in there. These lockers are a little larger than the ones on top. Let's see if there's anything useful in here. Nope, nothing. Boxes? What's in the boxes? They look quite full. As far as I can tell, it's a bunch of notes about some kind of experiment. But it's all really technical and stuff. I don't really get it. I don't blame you, Junpei. This is the computer. The power isn't on. I don't see a power cable. First of all, where's the computer? All I see is a monitor and keyboard and mouse. This isn't even connected to a computer. Yeah, I was right. Just sticking the power cable in is not gonna do anything. I don't know about that. It's one of those first generation Apple computers, huh? Wow. The time right now is 12, going about 1. There are 2 levers here. Do you think they activate something? Well, why don't you move one? Alright, I'll give it a try. No power. Ah, we need a switch. Is that a key or what? Oops. Okay. I wonder how we're supposed to turn it on. Oh, the music is getting me, bro. Let's do it. I'm so pumped. There's a lot of stuff here. I don't know how we could use any of these. Well, I could say for sure that I do know how to use at least one of these things. Which one? The one on top. I think it's a power cable. Okay, 3-pronged power cable. We need a computer. We need a computer first. One side of this thing is in the room with us. And the other side extends into the lab where Clover is. In other words, the console in front is connected to the lab. What the heck is that? Hold up. Looks like the door is the exit. The door on the right just goes to the lab. Okay. Hey, Clover, there's a door over here too. Wait, I'll be right there. Is this door gonna... Nope, it's locked. Clover, what about your side? It won't work. I can't even move the knob. Okay, that's enough. Let's get the computer going. Alright, let's just slip you in. Huh? Well, shoot. I can't use this. What's wrong? This cable has 3 prongs, but the socket only has 2 holes. It's not gonna fit, is what I'm saying. In other words, we're gonna need a plug to change the power cable to one with 2 prongs. What? Can we go back in here? I mean, there's nothing much for us here. Hey Clover, how are the power cables over there? Huh? What do you mean? Does the plug have 3 prongs or 2? Let me go look. Guess she does have to kind of crouch down to get a look under there. The cable on the monitor has 2. Oh, nice. Can you unplug the cable and bring it over here? Okay, but... Well, I can unplug it, but it's connected to the main computer. I can't take it over to you. Oh, that's no good then. How about just the plug? What? The plug? Well, maybe more like a connector? It's a sort of thing that makes the plug with the 3 metal thingies into a plug with 2 metal thingies. That's it, that's it. We need that. An adapter. No, not useless at all. That's just what we were looking for. Can you hold on for a little bit? Back down she goes. I'll hand it to you over at the bars, okay? Alright, give that to me right now. A 2-prong plug. Nice. An adapter. I know I think in Europe or maybe in Asia where they have different types of plugs compared to the ones in Canada. So when you go traveling, you need a adapter. Oh, whoops. I forgot. You could combine things. Combine with this. Nice. Whoops. Okay, I'm pretty sure this will work. Let's go. Plug it in. Alright, that ought to do it. Let's turn the power on. I don't think anything's gonna happen. Why not? Well, it's not connected to the main computer. You never know until you try. Pretty optimistic. And it's on.
Oh, that worked.
Wow, that's a miracle. With a soft hum, it turned on. Streams of letters that made no sense to Junpei began to scroll across his screen. He had hoped it would turn on, but he hadn't expected this.
Huh? It's running on its own?
It certainly looks like it.
Isn't that kinda weird?
What?
Well, it's not connected to the main computer, right? There's just this keyboard and monitor. The only cable connected to this thing is the power cable we just plugged in.
Oh, that means the keyboard and mouse is connected to something else.
So, why is it working?
Maybe it's a wireless display.
Clearly, this was a reasonable explanation to Lotus.
A wireless display?
Yes, it connects to your computer wirelessly, hence the name. Have you been living in a cave, Junpei?
Damn. He most certainly had not, but...
Is that normal?
Yes, at least where I worked.
Oh.
Oh, it stopped.
Pass with a colon.
Password.
Looks like we need to enter a password.
Oh, God.
Again, there must be a hint around here somewhere.
Could you go take a look?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Can you help me?
What are you going to do?
I'll see if I can do something about this on my own.
Huh?
On your own?
Why not?
Yep, on my own.
Lotus?
Oh my... This team... Okay, the other team, me, Seven, and Clover, was good. This one, ooh, I don't have a good feeling about it. Lotus pulled over the nearest chair and dropped herself down onto it in front of the keyboard. Is she a hacker? For a second, she stared at the screen. She kneaded her hands, knuckles popping, and twisted her back left and right.
All right. Let's kick some ass.
She's a hacker? What the hell? Lotus smiled to herself and rubbed her hands together in anticipation. Then, before Junpei had time to blink, she was typing at an incredible speed. The click-clack of the keys running together like machine gun fire. How could they do it? They need a password.
Wait, what?
Junpei was, for once, at a loss for words.
Didn't expect that, did you?
Yes.
Of
yes.
course I didn't.
I didn't either.
You're typing so fast, I can't even see your fingers. What kind of job do you have? What are you?
What are you?
I'm unemployed at the moment. I used to work for a cybersecurity firm, but I quit.
You quit? So you're like a computer engineer and then you turn into a dancer? What?
Why?
Lotus blinked.
Oh, it was just something.
Of course. Of course, people are not going to talk about their past. She stopped typing for a moment and her face fell.
I see.
This was not an avenue of questioning to be pursued. Junpei realized and quickly shut his mouth. Lotus' fingers began to move again, and in a few seconds, she was back up to speed. As she typed, more letters and symbols that meant nothing to Junpei began to pour across the screen.
Oh, what are you doing now?
I'm going to try and brute force it.
Brute what?
A brute force attack is... Well, the short version is that I just attack the thing head on. The long version?
Without looking up or slowing down, she began to explain.
A brute force attack is one of the simplest ways to break a cipher. It checks every possible combination until it finds the right one. For a complex cipher, it can take a very long time. I'm writing a program that would run an attack like that on its own. It's not the most elegant solution, certainly, but given the circumstances, there isn't much else I can do.
Okay. Even as she talked, her fingers never slowed or missed a key. I'm literally Junpei right now. I'm like, what's going on? Lotus, what? Junpei couldn't help but feel a little odd.
No, but back to what we were talking about earlier.
What were we talking about?
The wireless display? It's kind of strange if you think about it, isn't it? How do I put it? Well, let's say you write a program that calculates an addition problem for you, all right?
Okay.
So you enter 1 + 1. The screen will show you 2. See? Isn't that strange?
Whoa, okay.
No, not really.
Oh, come on now. Of course a caveman like you would think it was strange. You said so just a minute ago. You're just not getting it, are you? Who calculated 1 + 1?
It's an AI?
The main computer, right? You said it connected to the monitor wirelessly.
Yeah, but someone who grew up in a cave wouldn't know that, right? They'd probably think that this thing here, the monitor, is doing the calculating. That Then once they've decided that, they'll start examining this monitor. They might poke the screen or something.
Oh my god, chill. We're not cavemen.
Ah, I see the color changes when I press it here. Then they might investigate the hardware on the inside. Oh, I see. So this wire supplies the power. Eventually, they might even cut the wires. Ah, yes. Just as I expected. When this wire is cut, no results appear. Therefore, it must be this device which does the calculations.
Oh.
But the truth is that, just like you said, the computer is doing the calculating. But these cave people wouldn't know that, because they have no idea that the monitor and the computer are connected wirelessly.
Okay. Cave people. Damn. Lotus. Lotus continued to type. Junpei scratched his head.
So, what are you trying to say?
Nothing, really.
Yeah, I was like, well, what's going on? Like, what point is she trying to prove?
It's just, I thought maybe. What if the relationship between human beings and our brains is like that?
Oh, none of this nonsense again.
Huh?
Well, let's say you stick a bunch of electrodes into parts of the brain. A scientist examining the signals they send out might say, interesting. So stimulating this part of the brain causes the person to see colors.
Okay.
That must mean this neuron cluster controls that function. Okay, let's see what happens when I cut out this part. Ah, just what I thought. Cutting off this part causes that function to cease. Therefore, human thought processes must occur in the human brain. See? Doesn't it sound the same?
True. The brain is the human computer, so...
Maybe the brain is just an output device, like this monitor. Maybe our thought processes actually occur somewhere else, in a main body.
Oh my gosh. Lotus, stop this nonsense.
We just don't know it. We never even think about it. Just like those cave people wouldn't know about wireless communications. We can't imagine that there's some unknown medium that transfers information into our brains, where we experience that information as thoughts.
Junpei didn't say anything. Not so much because he had no retort. No, her argument just seemed silly, and he was a little surprised to be hearing something like it from her. From someone like her.
Device. Human thought actually occurs somewhere else.
Yeah, in your butthole. Come on, let's get this going.
That's just crazy talk.
Did Lotus really think that? He wondered. It was a little creepy, Junpei thought. It sounded altogether too much like a bizarre, cultish religion.
Maybe that's the cause of Seven's amnesia.
Oblivious to Junpei's increasing discomfort, Lotus continued.
If memory is actually stored somewhere else, in some sort of main body somewhere, maybe he hasn't forgotten anything at all. He's just having a difficult time accessing his memories because the monitor, his brain, has been damaged.
Huh.
I suppose that would explain aphasia and blind sight too. Perhaps they actually can't speak or see.
Oh, okay. This is actually pretty good. I mean, it's kind of far-fetched, like her theory. Okay.
The monitor just isn't functioning properly. I guess people with prosopagnosia could be suffering from the same thing.
I don't know what that is.
Wait a minute. What?
Knew what aphasia was from watching medical dramas on TV, and blind sight was easy enough to guess, but he'd never heard the word prosopagnosia.
What? You've never heard of prosopagnosia?
I don't know. Nope. Lotus spun around in her chair to look at him. Junpei just shrugged and shook his head.
No. What is it?
Well, put simply, it means a condition where the mind can't distinguish between human faces.
Oh, but that's like a developmental milestone. Like if you're a child, you don't recognize faces. If you're a newborn, you can't tell faces.
In other words, my face would look the same as Clover's or even yours.
Maybe I'm thinking about something else. Okay.
So they can't remember faces, which is how most people recognize each other. That means that people with prosopagnosia have trouble recognizing even people they're close to.
Ah. I feel like this is a disease I'll get when I'm older. Oh no.
Usually they can make do by associating people with other things. Their voices, their clothes, their hair.
Does that mean other people's faces look like blanks?
No, I don't think so.
I think everyone just looks the same.
Well, you've seen monkeys, like in a zoo, right? To you and me, all the monkey faces look the same.
Exactly.
Even though they've obviously got faces, it's almost impossible for a human to distinguish between them. The zoo staff that works with them would learn to identify different monkeys eventually, but you or I couldn't unless one had a scar or something else to set it apart.
Yo, you know what? What Lotus is saying, prosopagnosia, it's a bit exaggerated, but you know those people who say like, all the Asians look the same, all the white people look the same. Don't say anything. In your head, you're just thinking, oh, these people have prosopagnosia. You can't even tell apart these people's facial features.
Well, that's how people would be to someone with prosopagnosia.
All right, don't actually think that. I was just joking.
Prosopagnosia. Huh. I didn't even know that kind of thing existed.
Junpei did his best to act as though the entire lecture hadn't gone entirely over his head.
And, what were we talking about?
The idea that your brain is just an output device, like a monitor.
Are you serious about that stuff?
Not really. I was just kidding for about half of it.
Can you, like, speed it up? I think Clover is bored over there.
What about the other half?
Well, I guess I was just adulting.
Not funny.
Lotus' smile had something rather masochistic to it.
It's nothing more than a story I made up out of boredom. Don't take it seriously. It was the first thing that came to mind, and I just talked about it to kill time. But looks like I don't need to talk anymore.
Why?
I don't have to kill time any longer.
As she spoke, Lotus raised her right arm high and brought it down on the enter key.
Oh, then you finished that brute whatever thing?
I certainly did. And let's see what we got.
Watch it be like it sets the room like aflame where Clover is. Chunks of text flickered on and off in quick succession, and then a line of numbers appeared, blinked, and disappeared. The screen cleared, and all that was left was the word accepted.
Piece of cake.
Lotus would clearly have patted herself on the back if it would not have made her look entirely ridiculous. After a few seconds, the accepted disappeared to be replaced with 9 squares arranged in 3x3 square.
The screen changed again. What the hell is that?
No idea. Looks like a puzzle.
What the hell is that? Suddenly, Lotus stood up.
Huh? Aren't you gonna, I don't know, do more computer stuff?
No, I can't do anymore. It won't let me do any more programming. See? The keyboard. Nothing. So, there's nothing more I can do.
So, how can we access that?
Well, I guess I'll leave this to you then, Junpei.
What?
Let me take a break, all right?
Oh, I think these 3x3 is the lockers.
I did my part.
Well...
He wasn't sure what to say to that. She certainly had done her part. In fact, without Lotus, they probably would have run completely aground. I shouldn't rely on other people so much, Junpei thought to himself.
I guess you're right. Thanks, Lotus.
No problem. And make sure you know when you should thank people.
Now, I better take care of this myself. No more relying on anyone else.
What does that mean at the last part she said? Know when to thank people? Did I thank her at the wrong time, or... Junpei crossed his arms and stared at the puzzle shown on the screen. What the heck is this? Oh, we have to get everything green? What? We have to finish this in 3 tries? Oh. This fourth... What? What does it say? This fourth touch is your end. Okay, so we'll touch this and this. This. So this. Nope. This. No! Hold on. So, pressing this would give us that. Oh my gosh. Ooh, I just guessed. I just guessed. I don't even remember what I pressed. Alright, I solved it. Did you hear a noise just now? It sounded like something unlocking. Where did it come from? I think these ones right here. The lights on the lockers are green. Then we must have unlocked it with the computer puzzle. What is it? Ah, what's in here? A key. This one is small and it looks like it goes to some sort of machine. And this one has the Earth symbol on it. Earth symbol matches the keyhole in ADAC. If that's the case, we probably don't need the Earth key right now. Just put it in my pocket. And then, yes, this is the activation key. It was just at that moment that he heard a voice behind him. It was Clover.
Hey, Junpei, do you have a minute?
I have like 30 seconds. Make it quick. He put the puzzle aside for the moment and walked over to Clover.
What's up?
I wanted to ask you something.
Hmm?
Junpei, you went into door 5 with my brother, right?
Oh yeah.
Did you hear him say, like, anything weird?
Oh crap. I can't remember. I don't think so.
Huh?
Why is she asking me this? Junpei wondered. The more he thought about it, however, the more it made sense. Snake had been gone for a long time. Clover was quite attached to her brother. Of course, she would have been worried about him.
Well, let me think.
He thought back to when he'd gone through door 5, hoping he might remember something, even a small something, that would help her. However,
Sorry, Clover. I can't really think of anything. I mean, he did mention that his hearing exceeds that of a regular person, or something like that, but that's about it.
Okay.
Clover's words were barely audible. She nodded vaguely to Junpei, then turned to walk away.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hmm?
Look, I don't know if I should ask you things, but if you don't mind, I was hoping you could tell me if, is Snake, was he born?
Out with it, Junpei.
You're talking about his eyes?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't born blind. When he was a kid, he got in an accident. A really bad car accident. He couldn't see after that.
Oh.
His arm.
His arm?
Yeah. My brother's left arm is, it's not like a normal
What?
person's arm. It's fake. It's not a real arm.
What? We have like a cyborg with
The
us?
accident hurt him really bad. To save him, they had to cut off his arm.
Oh.
Not only is he blind, he also has just one arm.
Is that all you wanted to ask me?
That's crazy. Talking about her brother had clearly taken a great deal out of Clover. Junpei nodded.
Look, I'm sorry for making you talk about all that painful stuff.
It's not that.
Clover only shook her head and walked off down the stairs. Wow. Okay, let's get started with the key. This key, the shape sure makes it seem like it goes to this machine. Alright, I'm turning it on. Okay, the monitor's on now. And it's full of letters. Okay, what's inside? Lotus, do your thing. It's showing some kind of warning. Power restored to experimental device. Emergency system will activate in the event of abnormal subject behavior. Okay. I think it's like electricity? Is this like an examination table? There's a creepy mannequin in here, guys. There's a pen lying over there. I think someone probably used it to make the table black. Clover, do you think you can erase it? Oh, this is a permanent marker. Yeah, you use alcohol. Use alcohol. Strong alcohol, so here. Clover, use this. You should be able to wipe off the ink with it. What am I gonna wipe with? Your clothes, of course. Kidding, just kidding. Please don't look at me like that. You're scaring me. What? Wait. Oh, we went down the middle. Okay. There's a bunch of cables on it. This thing in here is on now. Yeah, that's cause we activated the power over on this side. Can you play with it a little? Okay. Yeah. I'll turn this dial here. Just be careful. I don't think it's working. Nothing happened. Maybe she missed something. I should ask her to look around the room again. How about this one? Nope. This one? There are these weird colored stains all over the sink. Okay, what to wipe with? What to wipe with? What to wipe with? She could wipe... She could use anything. Come on, man. Just use your clothes. I don't know what you want me to... What exactly do you want me to use? I have no inventory. There we go. Right now, at this moment, you're the only person we can depend on. I'm trusting you with this. You trust me. I feel kind of special. Wipe it off, please. Clover, can you use the cloth on the table? Use, soak it in ethanol, then use it to wash off all the stuff from the permanent marker. Right. Okay, so I gotta soak the cloth with ethanol. Well, she's got the cloth. She seems to be having a little trouble with the ethanol bottle. When she's ready, I should ask her to get to work on that stuff on the table. Okay. Okay. There's some kind of weird drawing under all the permanent ink. Maybe I should ask her to take another look at the table. What is it? There are a bunch of numbers in some kind of grid. I can't see it from here. Clover, you've got a pen and a notebook, right? Can you write those numbers down and then hand them to me through the bars? Oh, this is so nice. Okay. I'll take care of the puzzle. Here, Junpei. I wrote down all the numbers from the desk on here. Huh? I've seen something like this before. A grid divided it into 9 cells with 4 numbers. Maybe this is a hint for the computer puzzle? File screen? Hold on, what? Hold on. Clover's note. The note Clover copied from the stand in the laboratory. It has 4 numbers written in 9 separate cells. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's funny. 1, 2, 3, 4 where? Maybe if you increase the voltage? Roger, will do. I'm gonna go all the way to max voltage. Max voltage? Hey! Wait! Aw, shit. You should be careful. I think, Oh, wow, you fried his brain. Uh-oh. Fire. The mannequin's head. Uh-oh, a fire alarm. What the hell? Fire detected. Fire detected. Emergency system will be activated. Evacuate the room immediately. She can't. Hey, Junpei, do something. My fault. Oh, shucks. It's so hot in here. Help. Oh, wow, it's opened. Junpei, look at the light. It's green. Come on. Come on, kid, jump. Oh man, the smoke is some serious business. Time to close this door again, I think. Clover, are you okay? Are you hurt? Damn, she's coughing so hard she can't even talk. Of course I'm not alright. What the hell took you so long, you big jerk? I was almost dead. I tried. Sorry, I was going as fast as I could. You two can do this later. Right now, we need to get the hell out of here. The fire's not going to stay in that room forever. What's going on here? We could turn it off. Hold on. Turn it off. Alright. Nothing here. Alright, we're out. We're out. Dude, what was that? What was the thing Clover wrote down? Maybe it's for the next puzzle. We'll see. Junpei, Clover, and Lotus leapt out of the lab, slamming the door shut behind them.
Whew, thank God we got out of there.
Yeah, finally.
Oh, yeah.
All three collapsed against the wall, breathing heavily. Junpei's heart was pounding in his chest and his whole body felt weak. He inhaled gulps of clear air, and with each one he could feel his body begin to calm down.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
They nodded to each other and started off down the hallway. Alright. Alright guys, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you guys for joining me today in Zero Escape 999, and I shall see you all in the next episode. Bye bye!